You know what to do. Stand up and give me your answer. As we go toward November 2010 and November 2012, have you had enough? In a couple of moments, you're going to hear from a gentleman who's about to have a lot more Republican company to do the honorable work of fighting the Obama agenda. But right now, you're going to meet a gentleman who I had the honor of meeting, I want to say about a year ago. The wonderful people at the Institute for Policy Innovation, IPI, hold conservative lunches and, radio guys and campaign operatives and candidates for various things. They show up and we eat and we throw conservative things around the room and, talk about how to make the country better. And this gentleman was there, and he was just captivating with his passions for fiscal conservatism, social conservatism, remembering the kind of country that the founders envisioned. When I later learned that he was going to undertake something of such Herculean size, it occurred to me that he might be the only guy that can do it. And what I'm talking about is the enormous task of removing, at long last, Democrat Eddie Bernice Johnson from District 30. Now, I'm guessing you're on board for this concept. His job and our job, if we live in the district, go door to door in the district and say, listen, this woman has done nothing for you in terms of bringing the size of government under control, bringing your taxes down, returning some of your liberties to you that have been taken away by government. You don't have to even be hardcore conservative. You don't have to be Republican for those things to resonate with you. So this gentleman's job is to get out and do the work. And he has worked tirelessly. And usually, since I've been here, since '94, bottom line is whoever has run against Eddie Bernice has been like that guy with the tank in Tiananmen Square, just ready to get steamrolled. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it's been. Maybe not this year, because maybe this guy can do it. I believe this guy can do it. This gentleman believes he can do it. Join me in welcoming the next congressman from District 30, Pastor Broden.
Wow. Hello, fellow Patriots. This is our moment. This is our moment. We have been galvanized by a socialistic threat, a threat that has been targeted specifically at our Judeo-Christian heritage. It has been targeted at our founding principles, and it is time for us to respond. Our response must be targeted and specific. We are patriots. And we have a duty before us. Our task is to rescue this republic. The first president of our great party once said, "You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot bring about prosperity by destroying the thrift. You cannot lift the wage earner up by pulling the wage payer down. You cannot further the brotherhood of a man by inciting class hatred. You cannot build character and courage by taking away the people's initiative and independence. And you cannot help the people permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves." Men and women, this is our moment. We must seize this moment. There's no guarantee that we will win this. We must work as if we are behind. We must be tireless to do the job that is required for us to win the day. There's too much at stake. I want to remind you of a warning that was made by Thomas Sowell, commenting on Scott Brown's victory. He said, "They say in politics overnight is a lifetime. But just last month it was said that the election of Scott Brown to the Senate of Massachusetts doomed the health care bill. Now some of the same people are saying that the passing of the health care bill will doom this administration and the Democrats' control of Congress." And then he says, it ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. What Thomas Sowell is saying to us, if we're not ready to do the heavy lifting, if we're not ready to get out and march the streets and look our neighbors in the eye and declare to them that we must rescue this republic, we'll lose the day. And friends, to lose the day means that we lose this nation. There's too much at stake. This is not a moment of excitement that we can come and cheer and clap our hands. We are engaged in the struggle of our lives. And we must fight, and we must win. My time is short. I have to go to another occasion. I'm sorry, I gotta go. But I want you to know this, that you can find out more about our campaign at www.Broden For Congress. You can go there and you can participate in the rescue of this nation by hitting the donation button and contributing to my campaign. We need your help. The media has come out and they have observed you and they're asking questions. Why are you here? We are here because we've had enough of our leaders ignoring the will of the people. We've had enough. We've had enough of government's intrusion into our homes and in our lives and into our family lives. We've had enough. We've had enough of our elected officials who swore to uphold the Constitution, trampling underfoot our Constitution. We've had enough. We've had enough of socialists pushing and shoving us towards their attempt to socialize our economy. We have had enough. We've had enough. We've had enough of out-of-control spending that is killing our children and our grandchildren's future. We've had enough. And we're going to Washington. We're going to Washington to take back our country. We're going back to Washington to reestablish our founding principles. We're going to Washington to reposition our Constitution as the guiding light to limit government and to reassert our resistance to tyranny. We're going to Washington. We are going to Washington because we've had enough. We've had enough. We've had enough. God bless you, and God bless America.
Pastor Broden, ladies and gentlemen.